Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Kumbay'all podcast. I am so excited to have you here with me. Today, we're going to answer a question. We're going to talk about something that I hear an awful lot. And so I thought, let's just discuss it on the podcast. Let's talk about it. So I get the question, can pelvic physical therapy be helpful even if I had a C-section and I didn't deliver vaginally? And the answer is yes, absolutely. So, really, we recommend that everyone sees a pelvic physical therapist. If you can't do it before pregnancy, that's okay, but do it during pregnancy. At least 1 to 3 sessions to assess your body, see what your body needs, and to help your body through the pregnancy. That is because pregnancy alone, not even considering how you deliver, pregnancy alone puts a toll on your abdominals, on your pelvic floor, on your whole body, right? So there are a lot of changes that have to take place when you're pregnant. So your blood volume increases, just fluid levels increase throughout the pregnancy. Your hormones change very early on. So we've seen people that have pain early in pregnancy. We think, oh, later on in pregnancy, when the baby's big, that's when you start getting the aches and pains. Not true. It can definitely start early on due to those hormonal shifts and changes. You have increased laxity in your joints. Your center of gravity has to actually, it doesn't have to, but it shifts forward. And so as that center of gravity is shifting forward, your belly's expanding, your hips are expanding out to the sides. It changes how you walk and your gait, and truly throughout the entire pregnancy, your belly, the increasing weight and size of the uterus, is putting constant pressure on your pelvic floor. So even if you don't deliver vaginally, if you have a C-section, your pelvic floor, your abdominals, your whole body still took the toll of the pregnancy. And it's not good, it's not bad, it's all natural, it's nothing to be afraid of, but it's real and it's there. And so the pregnancy itself changes your body, affects your body. So pelvic physical therapy is excellent during the pregnancy, even before you may know how you're going to deliver. And it also definitely helps after. And now, if you had a C-section, you have the added considerations of scar tissue mobilization, of scar tissue management of that C-section scar. So that's where a pelvic physical therapist can help you learn how to mobilize that scar, and that just means move it, right? So you want your scar to heal at the surface, right? You want it to heal so it doesn't restrict downward. Basically, you don't want, as it's healing, to have any kind of tethering or connections from the surface down into your body. So what we can do is help you get comfortable with touching that part of your body, knowing when it's safe to start doing it, actually how to do it. So the nerves come back, they wake back up, everything's moving and grooving. So it's not restricting anything, because right under where your C-section scar is your bladder. So we don't want any restrictions going into organs or affecting anything that needs to function underneath where that scar is. And like everything had to shift and move during pregnancy, everything's got to go back. So pelvic physical therapists are really, really, really good at, assessing your body, assessing what you need in that moment, and then tailoring the treatment for you. So if you had a C-section, scar mobilization will be part of your treatment plan. Everyone's going to have some kind of work to help the hips get back together, to help the muscles get happy again. They may be a little tender or sore just from all of that shape shifting that had to happen. Fascial work on the belly, fascial work on the back, connecting your brain and your pelvic floor again. Some people need a little extra help to do that, to make sure that their pelvic floor muscles are coordinating and they can relax when we want them to relax, and they can contract as much or as little as we need them to. Then we also talk about and really do a lot of education on proper body mechanics. How do you hold a baby? How do you get in and out of chairs? How do you function? And how do you kind of get through your day if that's showing up for you? really the key thing I think is at least with our practice, there's a lot of hands-on treatment to physically help your body get what it needs so it can heal. It's healing every minute of every day, but just due to all the changes that had to take place during pregnancy, manual therapy is really, really powerful to just assist the body in its healing and in its recovery. Again, pair that with the education, and this is across the board. It does not matter how you delivered. And truly, because of the weight of pregnancy, because of all those changes, you still may have issues with your pelvic floor after having a C-section delivery. So I hope this answers the question if you were wondering yourself, or if you have friends that have maybe made the comment, oh, I don't need to see a pelvic PT. I had a couple C-sections, or I didn't deliver vaginally, that they're missing an opportunity to really, get acquainted with their pelvic floor and even maybe make one step closer to optimal functioning. And even if you're not having issues right now, we're thinking of preventing issues down the road, right? So you could have something faulty going on with your coordination or your breathing and how you're coordinating your diaphragm with your pelvic floor. And so don't let the fact that you may have had a C-section deter you from having a visit, even just one visit with a pelvic physical therapist that can really give you some profound knowledge about your body and what it needs. And even if you're doing great, that's awesome. Then you can have confirmation that you're on track, you're doing excellent. Here's a couple exercises that may kind of fine tune things a little more, but you're doing what you need to do to stay healthy and stay on top of things so you can prevent issues down the road that may come up with regards to pelvic floor dysfunction, right? So we're thinking like prolapse, we're thinking constipation, we're thinking any kind of, like incontinence, leaking, things like that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave us a comment, or you can email me directly at hello@kumbay'allpodcast.com, or you can find us on Instagram, Dr. Shipley, DPT, or Renew Pelvic Health are my Instagram handles. And feel free to reach out. I'd love to be a resource, and I hope this helped you. Take care.
Do you ever wish that you could learn the essentials of pelvic health from an experienced pelvic floor physical therapist at a fraction of the cost and from the comfort of your own home? This episode is sponsored by Progressive Pelvic Education, your source for online courses to expand your pelvic health knowledge and promote optimal wellness. Pelvic health is wealth, and there is a lot of essential information about our pelvic floor that isn't taught in school. Learn what to do and not to do to avoid the inconvenience and pain of pelvic floor issues in a self-paced course you can take anywhere. Visit courses.progressivepelviceducation.com to get access today.